Hi, I'm Vijay and I welcome you to Gradeup's MBA channel. How are you doing? How many of you are still lost in CAT 2020, Common Admission Test 2020? Please do tell me. Please do type in here. Very good evening, everyone. I'm Vijay and I welcome you to Gradeup's MBA channel. How are you? Now is the time to be completely out of the hangover of CAT 2020. It's over now. It's over. Okay? You would come to know about your performance very soon. Most probably, you're going to get the actual questions as well as the answers, okay, from the IIMs by day after tomorrow. Do not worry about that, okay? All right, and we shall then see that what we have to do with that score, okay? What do we have to do now? We have to concentrate on SNAP. We have to concentrate on AXAT. All right, we have to concentrate on the IIFT entrance examination. These are the things which we need to do. All right, we do not have to think about something which cannot be influenced now. All right, okay, so that is the first thing which I wanted to talk about, because many of you are still going to many different forums and you are still lost in this particular set of DI, that particular set of DI, whether this particular set of instruction was there or not. Okay, forget that completely. Forget that completely. All right. Now, the phrases which should be coming to your mind: AXAT, SNAP, IIFT, that is it. Okay, maybe testnet for those people who are interested in, especially interested in the HR function. Okay, can think a lot or should think a lot about testnet as well. All right. Okay, so here in this particular session, we are going to talk about SNAP. There are many new things relating to SNAP this year, in the year 2020. Okay, we are all aware of, okay, those things. But before that, let's look at certain things. You have lots of phony characters who keep pontificating about different examinations, especially on YouTube, and they have never understood or appeared for these examinations. Okay, so we at Gradeup, we make it a point to appear for different competitive examinations ourselves, so that we get to understand these examinations there in the examination hall. Don't you worry, we do not compete with you, because we appear for SNAP, but we do not apply to SCM, HRD or SIBM. We appear for CAT. Either we do not mark all the answers, or even if we do not apply to the IIMs. We appear for the AXAT, all right, but we do not apply to the auxiliary. So it does not actually make any difference to you. Okay. Now here, of course, we had appeared, many of us at Gradeup had appeared for SNAP last year. Okay, this is my scorecard. Okay, just for your confidence that I'm going to talk sense. All right. Okay, very good evening, all those people who joined us late. Now, beyond this, how many days are you left with? You can take your first shot at the SNAP on December 20, for which you're left with 18 days. If you have booked January 6, all right, then you're left with 35 days. If that is January 9, then you're left with 38 days. But we believe that all those people who have taken care of the basics of the management entrance preparation, okay, can certainly nail it, can certainly more than nail it in whatever time you're left with. Okay. We also believe that at this stage, you should not be worrying about the general knowledge aspect at this stage. Okay. Why? If you can give an hour or two, or if you have been reading newspapers regularly, please continue doing so. Okay. But need to do something specifically for general knowledge, okay, is not there at this stage. Why? Because IIFT entrance examination is on 24th of January. Okay. IIFT entrance examination is on 24th of January. Okay. And in AXAT, which is on 3rd of January, they do ask you questions on general knowledge. Okay. But that is only qualifying in nature. You have to put some real effort in order to get disqualified. Okay. So if you're not drunk while taking the test, it's very difficult for you to get disqualified on the basis of the general knowledge section of the anxiety. Please do keep that in mind. All right. Fayaz Khan is asking, are we going to solve previous year SNAP questions anytime soon? We have already done that, Fayaz Khan. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, we have already done that. And in fact, if you go to the description of this particular session, Pranab Pant, the 100 percentiler in Gradeup's team, had done the analysis of all three sections of SNAP 2019. Okay, we were able to collect almost 70-80% of the questions, and all of them were solved and deliberated upon by the great Pranab Pant. Okay, so straight away go to the description of this particular session. You will get at least 3 videos. Don't you worry. Okay, not that we are going to do that. We have already done that. Okay, otherwise also on YouTube, if you go to Snap, if you just go there and you search for Snap 2019, okay, you will see Pranab's face, okay, as the top 3 entries. All right. Okay, so do not worry about that. Just do not worry about that. All right. Now let's look at the cutoffs for the top 2 institutes through SNAP last year. In case of the SIBM Pune, okay, you have SIBM campuses elsewhere also. Okay, but we are teachers. We sell aspirations. Okay, we want you to aspire for the top institutes. Okay, SIBM is the top institute. SIBM Pune is the top institute. Okay, and the percentile requirement for that last year was 98.20 for general category students. Similarly, when it comes to the SCM HRD Pune, okay, percentile requirement was 97. And how many test takers are there for SNAP? Around 50-60,000. So this time they have taken a very different approach. All right, and students can take this examination up to 2 times out of 3 given dates. Okay, so these numbers might change. Okay, I'm sure a good number of you might have already applied for, okay, 2 different dates of the given 3. All right, so these are the things which you need to keep in mind. Fayaz Khan is saying, I've already seen those videos. It was really helpful. Thank you. Shukriya, Fayaz. Okay, now the types of questions which we get on the SNAP. Let's talk about the first section. I shouldn't be saying first section or third section. In the section on general English, you get reading comprehension. I'm sure you have been preparing for the CAT for a long time. Okay, you must have already done lots of preparation for reading comprehension. Similarly, you get a good number of questions on vocab, antonym, synonym, sentence completion, figures of speech. Okay, what do I mean by figures of speech? What is a simile? All right, what is irony? Okay, these terms are figures of speech. All right, so antonym, synonym, sentence completion based on vocab. There can be sentence completion based on grammar also. That also appears here. Okay, most of the people who have been lost in CAT, they somehow sort of ignore vocab. Okay, but vocab is something which can be more than taken care of if you decide to give it 60 hours. Okay, so it's a wonderful opportunity for you to build on vocab. Okay, if you feel that no, you're nowhere when it comes to vocab, you can build it in the next 60 days. You can build it in the next 15 days, next 60 hours. Every day, you give 4 hours to this, 15 into 4, 60 hours. All right, through those well-known sources, Word Power Made Easy and 30 days and 60 days. Absolutely, absolutely no doubts about that. Please do keep that in mind. And yes, they do ask you a good number of questions based on vocab. All right. So please, if they do not do that, this time, do not hold us responsible, please. Okay. Second thing, that there is something very wonderful about vocab questions. What is wonderful about vocab question? Even people like Ajay Sareen and Pranab Pant and Saral, or maybe all 3 of them put together, can they solve 10 questions of quantitative aptitude in 90 seconds? No, they cannot probably solve even 5. Okay, but if you're well prepared in vocab, you can do, okay, 6-7 questions in less than a minute. Okay, it's like doing GK. Unfortunately, GK is not there in SNAP now, but you have vocab. Okay, so prepare well on vocab. All right. Okay, Now Akash Goel is asking how many questions on vocab. Akash, first thing first. This time is going to be a 60-60 match. 60 minutes, 60 questions. All right. This is a COVID-19 induced pattern. So how do we know? All right. But if you look at last year they asked almost everything put together, 10 questions on vocab, which is huge. So if we work with the concept of ratio and proportion, all right, ideally you should be getting 5 questions this time as well. And if you prepare very well for vocab, these 5 questions can be done in 30 seconds. I'm sure you know it. You all know it. Okay. Similarly, you get a good number of questions on grammar as well. Okay. Parts of speech, voice, sentence corrections. If you can revise these concepts fast. Okay. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Parajumbles, I'm sure you're already well prepared on, because parajumble is something which appears in almost all these examinations, right? So that you do not need to do anything specific for parajumble. So of course, continue with your practice. All right. Now Archana Khardde is asking how many marks should we give? Now not how much marks, Archana, how many marks? Okay, because you're talking about something which is countable. So do not use much. Okay. Add many. How many marks? Okay. This itself can be a question on the snap. All right. We will come to that. We are going to discuss that as well. Just do not worry, Archana. Okay. All right. So Akash, I've answered your question. Archana, I believe I've answered your question, or probably I'm going to answer your question here in this very session. All right. Let's look at quantitative aptitude and DI section here. You get questions on algebra, you get questions on geometry, you get questions on arithmetic, set theory, combinatorics, and probability. In fact, last year they had asked a good number of questions on combinatorics and probability. This year, you did not get any questions from this area in any of the 3 slots of CAT. No, probably you got a question or 2, but those questions can qualify, okay, as number system questions as well. All right. But last year in the SNAP, okay, SNAP 2019, they asked you a good number of questions. Okay. Akash Goel is asking parajumbles will come with options. Oh, yes. Yes, definitely. All 60 questions on the SNAP will have options. Okay, you do not have special questions. You do not have theta questions this time. Don't you worry. Just don't you worry, Akash. Okay. Yes, what Akash is trying to say, that if you do not have options, like in CAT, okay, you do not have options for parajumble questions. Okay, so practically, if there are 4 sentences, okay, you have as many as 24 options, because 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, can be arranged in 24 ways without any repetition. Okay, that is what he means to us, probably. Okay, but do not get scared, Akash. Okay, all the questions would have 4 options. Okay, all right. You will get some questions from data interpretation as well. Okay, but absolutely nothing here which you have already not been preparing for, because all these things get covered in CAT. Okay, all right. Okay, Bankpur is saying, sir, kindly answer my questions too. Bankpur, my first question to you is, I will answer your question. Who gave you this surname? Bankpur. Okay, what's the question? Could you please repeat? Okay, so I do not know. Will you solve my previous year SNAP questions? Divya, Dashni, will you solve any previous year SNAP questions? Divya, if you go to the description of this particular session, okay, we had solved all the questions of SNAP 2019, and we were the only people who had solved all the questions of SNAP 2019. So just go and watch them right away. Oh, not right away. Please have the patience and let me finish this session. Then you watch those sessions taken by Pranab Pant. Okay. All right. The great Pranab Pant, 100 percentile Pranab Pant. Okay. All right. So if there is someone from our team who is moderating this session, so why don't you keep sharing the links of all those sessions taken by Pranab Pant right here? Please do that. Okay. So this is all that they ask you in quantitative aptitude. When it comes to reasoning, mind you, reasoning is going to have a good weight in the examination this year. 25 out of the 60 questions would be from the reasoning area. Okay. 25 out of the 60 questions would be from the reasoning area. Sriharsh Bankpur is saying, can you tell us about the scores corresponding to percentile of new pattern of 60 marks? We shall try to calculate something, Sriharsh. Okay, but how do we know what will be the level of difficulty and all that? But still, we shall try to establish some correspondence. But keep one thing in mind, that you would need to attempt not less than 50 to 52 questions in order to have a chance in SIBM Pune or SCM HRD again Pune. All right. So more on that. So when it comes to reasoning, first of all, reasoning would have the maximum number of questions, 25 out of 60, which is like a lottery for you. And what sort of reasoning questions do they ask? They ask mathematical reasoning questions, linear arrangement, scheduling, okay, clocks and calendars, coding, decoding, directions, analogy, visual reasoning. Okay, please do them all. Please practice well. Please practice well. Okay, ideally you should be able to solve these 25 questions, okay, in 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, or take 30 minutes. Okay, give you 5 extra minutes. You should be able to do these 25 questions in 30 minutes. Okay, all right. And if you think I'm making any sense to you, please do like the session. Share it as well. Share it with your friends as well as foes. Okay. Yes, this is the structure. From general English, you will have 15 questions. From quantitative aptitude and DI, 20. Okay. Reasoning, 25. Okay. And yes, very important thing. You get shortlisted in any of the 16 institutes under this Symbiosis International University umbrella, okay, completely on the basis of your score in the SNAP. All right. When it comes to the final selection, there also the written part, okay, carries 50% weight. That is a different thing. But when it comes to getting a call for the second round, it's as simple as that. Score heavily on SNAP, get a call. Score heavily on SNAP and get a call. That is it. So you do not have to pay for your past sins. What do I mean by your past sins? IIMs, they make you pay heavily for the past sins, because even in the first stage, okay, they give some weight to your score in 10th, 12th and graduation. Not the case here. Rejoice. Okay. All right. So Virendra is saying, any crash course available for SNAP? Okay, we offer a crash course, okay, which will take care of some 4-5 allied examinations. Okay, so I'm sure that there is someone, okay, one of the if someone is moderating this session, please give him a link, okay, which will inform him about the courses which we have. Okay, all right. So here, no penalty for the past sins. Okay. Now, the most important thing, that is going to be a 60-60 affair this time. Okay. India will play 3 2020 internationals, okay, on 4th, 6th and 8th of December. But you are going to play a 60-60 match on December 20, 2020. What a coincidence. Okay. You need lots of practice, because no one is habituated of taking a 60-minute test when it comes to the management entrance examination. Okay, you're just not prepared for that. Please keep that in mind. Okay, and this is for the first time in the last 3 years at least, there would be flat marking. No special questions. Each and every question, regardless of the section it is from, okay, will carry 1 mark. So 60 questions, 60 minutes. 60 minutes, 60 questions, 60 marks. What else you need? What else you need? Okay, you require a lot of practice. We shall come to that part. Okay, and practice, okay, will play a great role. Now, what all should you be doing? At least 15 marks. At least 15 marks of 60 minutes, of course. Okay, if it is not of 60 minutes, it's a mockery. The analysis should take another 90 minutes. Let's say you do 60 questions, and here the difficulty level of the questions is not that high. So you should be attempting a mock in 60 minutes. Actually, not 60 minutes. I'll be coming to that as well. Ideally, you should be giving yourself 55 minutes. Ideally, you should be doing a snap mock in 55 minutes. You know why? In the examination hall, there would be some extra stress, extra pressure on you. All right, in order to compensate for that, try to do these 60 questions at home in 55 minutes. No matter how badly you feel tempted to give all 60 minutes or 62 minutes, okay, resist that. Try to finish these mocks, okay, in only 55 minutes, okay. So all questions of SNAP 2019, links of these videos are already given here in the description. I've already told you so many times. Please, please, please go through each and every video of ours. All right. Pranab Pant had done a wonderful job. Okay. Or otherwise also you just go to YouTube and you type in SNAP 2019. These are the top 3 videos which you will get to see. All right. Of course, do not miss this Gradeup Mega Mock. Okay, do not miss this Gradeup Mega Mock which we are going to do. Okay, I'm sure you're on our community. Okay, we keep doing such things on our community. All right, so you cannot afford not being there. You're there. Okay, vocab I've already talked about. You need to do vocab, and you get some 4 or 5 questions on visual reasoning as well here. Okay, now visual reasoning is not something which you have practiced much. So this year, if I again apply the funda of ratio and proportion, you should be getting 2 to 3 questions on visual reasoning. Okay, but you cannot afford not doing even 2 to 3 questions. Okay, so please, please, please prepare for visual reasoning as well. Okay, and here, if you practice a mock for CAT, or for that matter, anxiety, okay, that takes a lot of time because of the difficulty level, because of the duration of the test also. Okay, but here in case of the SNAP, okay, you have to take a test in 55 minutes, and then even if you analyze each and every question thoroughly, the analysis should not take more than 90 minutes. Okay, so in 2.5 hours, you can do a wonderful practice. Okay, so even if here you do 2 mocks in a day, okay, is there any harm? Is there any harm? No. So that also can be considered, but do not do 2 mocks every day. Okay, and if you attempt a mock for the anxiety, then on that day you should not be taking any other mock. Okay, all right. Okay, now Fayaz Khan is asking another question. Fayaz Bhai, what's your question? Sir, I'm aiming for SIOM Nashik. I have an experience of 3 years in operations. What should be a safe score to get into SIOM? This is not the time to think about that, Fayaz Bhai. You straight away do your best, get the best possible score, right, and SNAP, and then we shall talk about this. Why should you not be aiming for SIBM Pune? Why should you not be aiming for SEM HRD Pune? Okay, try your best at this time. Okay, please, 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 please. Okay, SIOM should not be your primary choice, even if you have an experience of 3 years in the field of operations. Okay, if you get a very good score, SIOM is always open to you. Okay, so do not think about that. All right. Okay, now it appears that my friend Alok is also here. Okay, he's saying around 90 percentile. But then the moot question is, okay, the important question here is that at what score would you be getting 90 percentile? Okay, we'll talk about that. All right, now a few more things. Give yourself only 55 minutes for a SNAP mock. Okay, take yourself through that stress. Try to write a mock in the period 11 a.m. to 11:55 a.m. Why? Because the timing of the actual SNAP is from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. So we want you to set your biological clock, okay, of writing a test or for writing a test exactly at that time. Simple. Okay. And revise only those parts, okay, of fundamentals in which you get stuck during the mocks. Okay, not that you straight away start revising the complete arithmetic. You start doing mocks. Let's say you have done 3 mocks. Okay, and there are as many as 4 questions of time, speed and distance you got stuck with. then revise entire time, speed and distance. Okay. If you get stuck on concepts of your favorite topic, mixture and allegation, okay, revise the concepts. All right. Do not go for that thorough revision approach, in my opinion. Okay. All right. Let's move from here. Now, of course, this is something which is already there, previous year question paper discussion. Okay. Exam analysis, expected cutoff. Okay. For each of the sections. That is something which I've been talking about. Now, this given here, that playlist link is given in the description below. Okay. And I'm sure that my friends might have started sharing it here in the live chat as well. Okay. So I have another suggestion for you. Let's say you have to appear for, or rather I would presume that most of you are appearing for the anxiety, for the IIFT and SNAP. Okay. Keeping that in mind in your approach. Okay. Probably IIFT is something which can be dropped at this stage. Anyway, how many days are you left with for the IIFT? From today, you have exactly 53 days for the IIFT. All right. So pay lots of attention to your anxiety preparation. Okay. Pay lots of attention to SNAP preparation. Okay. And that is it. The major part of your IIFT preparation will automatically be taken care of. Okay. When it comes to revising the current affairs, yes, they do ask a lot of questions from current affairs in the IIFT. Cutoffs are not very high. I'm sure we are going to take a good number of sessions on the IIFT as well. Many people from our team had appeared for it last year. Not only appeared, when people from Gradeup appear for these examinations, they clear them as well. Okay. So we shall do good number of sessions for you on the IIFT as well, but this is not the time to think about that. Concentrate on SNAP and anxiety. All right. Okay. And if you are yet to take any attempt of the NM80, okay, well, please consider writing one NM80 in the month of December. Okay, that also is a good thing to do. All right, now let's come to what all do we have on CAT 2021. Okay, so we have this CAT 2021 comprehensive course. Okay, where you get expert guidance by CAT toppers for complete conceptual clarity. You know many of these toppers. They keep clearing exams. Okay, exhaustive day-wise study plan covering the entire CAT syllabus. Okay, what else? What else? Even beyond that, right? All topics are covered through live classes. The way I'm live to you, you're asking questions here in the live chat, I'm responding to them. Okay, includes comprehensive GDWAT PI preparation program. Wow. Okay, unfortunately, I did not have many such things when I was your age. Okay, Gradeup Community, no charge, no charges for this. Absolutely no charges. Please be on Gradeup Community. Okay, and what do we do here? We help you stay updated with all the major announcements for all MBA examinations, daily free quizzes, mini mocks for more and more practice. Engage with the other MBA aspirants and stay motivated. Okay, look at this. How are they doing on different quizzes which we keep giving? All right. Okay, other important courses for 2020. Many of you were asking if we have any course for SNAP or IIFT or TestNet or whatever examination. So we have this Mission MBA. Okay, IIFT. This course is specifically for IIFT, TestNet, CMAT, MAT, Maharashtra CET, SNAP as well. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Okay, anxiety 2021. Now, when it comes to the anxiety, the biggest challenge for most of you is the decision-making session. Okay, or decision-making section. All right, because you do not prepare for it, because this section does not appear in any other entrance examination, which is why, that is precisely why we have a course for that as well. GK and current affairs for IIFT, anxiety, CMAT. Okay, yes. Special course for GD, VAT, PI. Yes, many of you may have to appear for interviews. Okay, group discussions and writing ability test as well. So we have course for that as well. All right, and where do you get all these courses? You get all these courses in Gradeup Super, which is a superb service. subscription service. Okay, you can get it for 18 months, 12 months, 6 months, and even 3 months. All right, those people who have to appear for many different entrance examinations in this season. Okay, if you go for a 3-month subscription, that should be sufficient for you. All right, okay. And who are the faculty members I have been talking a lot about? Gradeup 100 percentile in DILR section of CAT 2016. Otherwise, also he keeps scoring very high. All of you know him, I'm sure. Jatin Agarwal, 99.95 percentile in quantitative aptitude of CAT 2019. Because Dahiya, 99.98%. So most of these people, their overall percentile is also good. Okay, in their section, they not only clear it, they ace it. Ashish Tiwari, wow, overall 99.92 percentile. I'm out of practice. I cannot get that. Ashish can. Savitri, 99.9 percentile in VARCF CAT 2016. Let's see how much she scores this time. Okay, Sanojam, Anant Jauhari, a brilliant faculty. Okay, Ajay Sareen, 100 percentiler. Anant is also 100 percentiler. Tapesh Saxena, 100 percentiler. Vikrant Kathuria, 100 percentiler. Okay. Saral Nasir, the Saral. Oh, he also is there. Okay. 100 percentile in QA. And in fact, there is one interesting thing about him, that his worst score in the last 10 years in quantitative aptitude section has been 99.97. He fails to score anything less than that year after year. Okay. Anurag Agrawal, 99.96 percentile in QA, quantitative aptitude section of CAT 2014. So these are the faculty members you have. Okay. So how can you not succeed with them? You will certainly fail with them. You will fail to fail. All right. Okay. So all the best for SNAP and other different entrance examinations. Prep smart, score better. Go Gradeup, and please be on our community. You cannot afford not being there. All right. Good night. Bye-bye.